Here's your host, Giuseppe Grammatico, the franchise guide.
And that was Mark's biggest talking point when we sat down and talked about what we were going to do first. I thought, well, this is before the Luka Doncic trade to LA. I said to him, well, are we going to get the bars in Luka's hands? Are we going to do a Mavs bar? We'll do it in blue. We'll put the logo on there. He's like, whoa, slow down. He said, what we're going to do is continue to build community. Right. And to be honest with you, I was like, well, that doesn't sound exciting. It sounds more exciting to get it in the hands of superstars in the NBA. But it doesn't work that way. You got to build a wide customer base and build community. And that's an authentic way to build a business. And I'm glad that he gave me that advice up front because it's changed the way I look at the day-to-day. Sales are great. I love going to a pop-up shop or a pop-up event at a gym and making sales. But you know what I love more than that? I love meeting people and talking to people about how they feel, what makes them feel better, how we can be a part of it. Common interests. Hey, you play soccer or you go walking or hiking or mountain climbing every day. Does it make you sore? Yes. You love it. So you're never going to stop doing it, no matter if you're 20 or 50 or hopefully well into your 60s and 70s. Those kind of conversations are great. Just this last weekend, I went and did an event at a gym, and I just thought it's going to be a bunch of fitness men and women, and we're going to talk shop about fitness. It happened to be at a gym called Amped, and Amped is short for amputated. The owner of the gym, Max Gomez, is a below-the-knee amputee. And the event was focused around amputees of all ages. Now, somebody in my case might have said, well, this isn't what I signed up for. We're a fitness recovery brand. But we're not. We're for everybody. And I embrace that. And I had some great conversations with people ranging in age from 20 up to 80 about how they could use our products to help them with grip strength, mobility, making their showers a little more accessible and easy. And it was rewarding. I think you miss an opportunity to make an impact on somebody, and I always feel that impact on myself. It's a reflexive kind of thing. If you just stay narrow-minded and focused on what you think your mission is, let the market dictate some of that, and I'm not just talking about sales. I mean, in everyday interactions. So I feel like I talked a lot there, but
there's a lot there. And I'm actually, and you beat me on some of the questions. I think there's a lot to unpack there. And I think that's super helpful. I think, in this day and age, people are looking for the quick buck or how quickly can I launch my business and exit and sell. And it's just, they miss all the moving parts that go along with it. Like, being packing the boxes, putting the boxes together, making deliveries. I'd watch some of your videos in the early days. As a business owner, it's about passion and doing and wearing every hat that there is. You're not too good to do anything if it means you got an office, cleaning the toilets, mopping up, whatever it takes. So I think people lose that. They want to get to that point 5-10 years down the road where they got this massive team and everything is running and you're just creating a social media video here and there. There's a lot, whether I'm in the franchise space. I grew up in an Italian restaurant, small mom and pop years and years ago. It's a lot of work, regardless of what the business is. And it's the passion. It's the reason you're doing it, because there's some highs and lows. If you've been doing it, I'm 25 years in. This will be my 25th year, 20 years in franchising. And then I started auto detailing was my first business out of my parents. Looking back, and cost to do a car was like under $5, between, and the water was free since I lived at home. So there's it's not a bad deal at all. I always tell everyone, business ownership is definitely not for everyone. They had a president of the IFA, the International Franchise Association. He said that franchising aside, 75% of people have dreamed across the US of owning a business. And he said, and then there was a quiz after that. And he said, of that 75% group, what was the number one reason that they did not move forward? So I'll have you guess, and then I'll give you the answer. What do you think the number one reason was? And there's a lot of reasons.
I mean, the reason that pops into my head is they're afraid. I mean, they're afraid of failure, or maybe not enough startup capital. I would say the biggest thing that would keep me from starting this business might be afraid to fail. That fear of failure. Yep.
And that's, if you bundle it all together, that's part of it. And it kind of if you bundle it all together, it's not knowing where to start.
Yeah.
A bunch of that, the failure kind of falls into play, but that was like a common response, not knowing where to start. And I said, this is, by the way, recorded beginning of January. So we're in the internet age when you have phones, tablets, internet, lightning speed. We have more information than we know what to do with. They didn't know where to start. And I found that, that's shocking. Like,
Yeah, that's shocking.
there's so many resources out there, but I think you're just inundated with so much information. And I always challenge people to say, well, like, what's the hot franchise? I go, well, I have no idea what you can afford, where you're located, what your skill set is. Figure out, why you're doing this in the first place. There's going to be some dark days and some really and good days, but you need to get past all that. And it can be simply spending more time with family. Yes, the finances, we all want to make more money, but that whole idea of time freedom. And people are like, yeah, I didn't think of that. I work 9 to 5 in New York City. By the time I get home, it's dark and I missed all the games and stuff like that. So I don't think people realize the freedom, but on the flip side, it's a lot of work. You don't get paid right away, and people have never gone without a paycheck. So I think if you set the expectation,
it's a risk. It takes a leap of faith.
Building community is key. But what are the realities of business ownership? In our final segment, David shares crucial advice for aspiring entrepreneurs and the powerful life lessons he's learned on his journey.
Thanks for tuning in. If you want to learn how to make the transition from corporate to owning your franchise, join Giuseppe on the next episode. You can also follow on all social media platforms and achieve financial and time freedom today.